Hello everybody, BMI here today with a run through of the final stage. It's a 5-0 with what I believe is the best deck in format, Machina Rune. So in my opinion, this deck has a positive win rate against every deck in the format, except potentially U10 Blood, but even that's not too difficult. So first game is not the mirror, it's actually against Machina Rune. So this I would say is generally a good matchup, because they're not too aggressive and they don't have too many ways to pressure you with storm damage, because you don't even build a board. But we kept this hand because we only run one card of Tech Wizard, which means we're guaranteed to Tetra and the 1 cost with Connected Hearts. So all we needed to do was hit Amaryllis, which we run 5 copies of, and then we have the ODK. So the only thing to note is that they do actually force us to use our Amaryllis because of the fact that they go extremely wide here with 5/2/2s. And we have to clear this or we will actually not be able to play the 5 cost Tech Wizard. So here I just use the Asuni's Reconstruction. I don't feel like I'm going to hit the threshold for face hand, nor do I think I even need it. So I just toss those. And I just go with this to AoE damage. The Machina Rune is pretty unique. Like, I'm not even sure he can clear the Amaryllis. I mean, I think most of their removals are 3 AoE damage, which is not enough to clear unless they draw 2. So here, I don't evolve it, I keep that 1 HP deliberately, so that he can't cast his spells onto this, to spell boost or charge his Mysterio count. Yeah, and then basically here, he evolves this. It's actually kind of annoying. It's 6 AM, I wasn't really thinking too much, but I do make a slight misplay here, so I just call it out where we'll get there. So Connected Hearts is fine, right? So you can cast this when you have more evolve points and you get Evo. It only costs 1 play point due to the discount from earlier. But I should have evolved this. That was a mistake. If I evolve this, it's a guaranteed 100% lethal, but I don't get punished, so it's still lethal, and I don't lose my GP run for no reason, so that's cool. So it does 2 damage here, and then we basically just combo off, and we do 21 damage to face. Very cool. Okay, so the next game is against Artifact Portal. So again, this matchup is favored. They can't do anything to stop you from OTKing them if you kill them on turn 6. So I usually keep this. I don't keep this in most of my matchups, but against Artifact Portal, they run 71 1 defense followers. This makes you immune to all damage for the first 3 turns, which is pretty insane. And also 2 out of 3 times you also draw a card to replenish, plus we run 5 copies, so I'm generally pretty happy to just tempo it out against Artifact. It was nice that we just had the Amaryllis straight up, so we don't even need to worry about potentially not having it for the OTK. So in this situation, we just want to hit Tetra and Tech Wizard. I think it's 50-50. We did hit, so we now have a turn 6 lethal. And I think there is nothing Artifact Portal can do to stop this, pretty much. If they wanted to stop this, they would need to draw, double Radiant or something here, which is extremely unlikely. I mean, if not impossible, I think. Anyways. So here we just evolve this, clear the 5-4, leave the 0-2 to kind of board lock him a bit. Frankly, it doesn't matter, we've drawn a God Hand. So even if he, built a huge board, we've got Arts of Trust. This isn't even necessary against most decks, but if you have it, you don't even need to think, when you go for the OTK. So yeah, I mean, he has 1 Radiant, but who cares? So next turn, we just Amaryllis Evo, Arts of Trust, double Tetra, play 2 0 costs, and then play 1 repair mode, and then double 2 cost, and it's lethal. So this is a very standard and typical pattern. You'll get this in at least half your games. And then in the other games where you don't hit this, you do have to grind a little bit, but that is not this game. And Artifact has 0 counterplay to this, so yeah, feels good. Okay, so this is game 3 against U10 Blood. So this is one of the matchups which actually has a pretty decent matchup, if not a favored matchup against Machina Rune. There's not many of those in the game. So, I'm hoping it's Wrathblood. Wrathblood is a pretty fine matchup for Machina Rune in my opinion. But anyways, it is actually U10 Blood, which is unfortunate, and I don't have the ODK, so I can't thread in turn 6 lethal. But either way, I'm charging here to try to get my Ginger as low play points as possible. Because when you have a 0-cost Ginger and you have Tetra in hand with Tech Wizard, it is still an OTK. But yeah, also the Marrowless spell is also traded, so it does discount your Ginger. But yeah, I don't like this matchup very much. You're too dependent on drawing the OTK combo, plus they can also mitigate with Lawful Evil. But I think that's like what the Rosy Court Magician is for. I think I make a misplay on like one of the turns, but yeah, it didn't end up mattering. And also, like this game, I would just kill him if I had the combo, but I didn't draw Tetra. So we have to actually grind, unfortunately. But next turn, we're supposed to try and set up lethal. So in this situation, I think the Scorching Curse, I just wanted to heal up and AoE clear him. We get the spell back anyway, so we can just cast it on the 2 Playpoint Tetra, and it's lethal with the Amaryllis and double Tetra. If he doesn't Lawful Evil, which he does have here. So when this is on the board, you pretty much can't OTK this deck anymore, which gives them the opportunity to OTK you on turn 7. So to be honest, I don't think I was really familiar with this particular matchup. I didn't scrim it because I was just going to ban it every game anyway. But what I realized after this game is that like I should not play the Rosa on the previous turn, because then we can use it on this turn, and then he would do 3 damage leader effect to go to 17, and then he would have to use like Case Cracked, and then that would basically get rid of the ward. But if he doesn't have exactly the 1 Playpoint card, he doesn't have OTK. So I think that's like probably one of the main win conditions for this deck. But I mean, we won anyway because he didn't have the OTK. It's a different story for people playing 3-deck 0-ban though. You actually have to learn the matchups you don't want to play. But he just doesn't have it here, so we kill him. Oh, I think he would deck that as well. Okay, so now we are up to game number 4. This is against Wrathblood. So I think this is one of the games where I didn't draw a particularly great hand, but we navigate through it to heal back up. So I'll show you kind of how you play this type of game. So I think he has a pretty good early game curve. We managed to actually deal with a few of these with Rocket Broom Witch, but it's not really enough because he goes very wide. Also, in this situation, I tend to want to turbocharge the Ginger because it is relevant in this matchup, either for the OTK or for the healing. So here I deliberately don't play Connected Hearts here because I'm going second, and I want to use both of the droids in order to clear his board. But yeah, I take a huge amount of damage because double Rosary is extremely tough. Never mind, I Connected Hearts, so who cares? We clear half of his board, we leave 1/1 up, so we're definitely taking like at least 3 damage when he evos. And then pray he doesn't have Diabolus, right? But I think he does actually have it. It's like either Garnet Waltz or Diabolus, but he has this plus Diabolus, so we are forced to actually heal instead of progressing game plan. So Esunia's Reconstruction was a very good top deck. I don't think we necessarily needed it, but it does obviously put us in a very safe zone here. So we just heal for 3 by doing Ginger, Revolver, we get it back anyway, and then we heal for 1 of this. And we heal for 3 for Rosy Court Magician. He only has 2 cards in hand, so like I'm fine with just tempoing this out because he doesn't have Chimera anyway. But yeah, you can see that like the 4 HP isn't really relevant here. Like I didn't have to draw Reconstruction, but it was obviously appreciated. So here it doesn't matter. Like I just Ginger here because you get the spell back anyway. But it makes no difference. Okay, so he goes Chimera, and then I think I just kill him. It's a double Tetra, Amaryllis, and then we Scorching Curse, I think, and this is game. Oh, actually, we don't have Evo points, so it's just triple Tetra, it's 24 damage. So you can crash this in after it gets you the Azure Blast. I think crash that in. But I have Arts of Trust too, so there's just no way he can avoid dying here. Wrathblood just has to kill you outright, otherwise they cannot stop it. So that's 4 games. Okay, so this is game number 5 of the Grand Prix run. So it's Wrathblood again. We're going first, which I generally quite like to see. It means they get less damage onto you, plus you get the opportunity to play Tech Wisdom 5 if you have it, setting up for turn 6 lethal. But it's a pretty promising hand, I would say, because you pretty much have removal, plus you have the opportunity to draw into the combo. It's looking very good, actually. So, Ruins Island, second Tetra, so if you hit Tech Wizard, we almost have OTK. Especially because Wrathblood hits themselves, so you don't even need a Marrowless to OTK. But we did not hit Tech Wizard here, which is a little unfortunate, but who cares? Still really far ahead. So we clear that, and I think here I just double recovery to boost the Fate's Hand, rather than Line Crest, because we can just go Line Crest later if we really need to. But I do figure that I'll need to use the Fate's Hand, so I think I judged that it was better to just play the Fate's Hand for 3. And then, like, you know, buff whatever I draw if I hit it. Okay, so this is an interesting play. A lot of like new players won't do this, but basically in situations like this, you can pre-evo the Tetra, and then you can use the recovery mode to go to 3 play points, and then that let us play the Connected Hearts to do 2 damage. So sometimes you need to, like, you know, judge whether or not you can like do plays like that. But this is why I like the build where you don't run like 3 copies of Rocket Room Bridge and 2 copies of the Tech Wizard. Because in that situation, I knew what I was going to hit. So I knew I would hit the Tech Wizard and I knew I would hit the Tetra. And then that gave me the confidence to go for that play. So here I know that I am dead if he has Diabolus plus Chimera. So he's already shown you as Chimera. So we know that we have to go to 13, which is why I sequenced it like this. Get a 0 cost heal to go to 13 while setting up lethal. So I can only die here if he has like Chimera plus like it'd have to be something ridiculous, like triple snipe or something like that, but he's already used one, so there's no lethal. So I go down to 1, which is all planned, and then we kill him. Pretty much, we just kill him. We can even go for 3 Tetra as well, 4 Tetra as well, I think. But we just do the 3 Tetra, and then that's OTK. And yeah, that's pretty much a 5-0 run. So that's how I won the final stage, even though I misplayed in 2 of the games. It didn't really matter. And anyone can do this, to be honest. I'm putting out a guide as well on the YouTube channel, so if you're interested in playing the best deck of the format, make sure to like and subscribe, and that'll be out soon. See you next time.